Hello folks, welcome back to Martin's Adventure, and today we're here at the South Florida Fair in Palm Beach County. And we're gonna go in, check out some of the rides, check out the games, the food, all the animals, and the booths inside, the vendors. They say they have a model railroad, we're gonna check that out too. And ice skating ring and a lot of stuff to do here, so we're gonna go check it, even an arcade. So this is January 16th through February 1st, $20 entrance fee. And this year's theme is pirates. And as you can see here, here's a pirate theme. Once you come in, go through security, the first thing you see is this pirate ship where you can get up there in that little tiny bridge-like thing and take pictures. And you have the backdrop of pirate ships also. Now in this building where this is at, there's also a whole bunch of vendors selling stuff. And they also have like a walkthrough maze type pirates themed fun area, so we'll go walk through that also. Here we got some golf carts for sale, a lot of vendors inside here, and then these next two buildings I'm going to go through first. I'm going to go check out the buildings first, and then we'll go out and check out the rides and the food. These are all chairs. Treat yourself and go sit down and get a massage. Here you see some tractors. There's a John Deere tractor in the background there. Some vendors, also some educational stuff. There's like people trying to get you to vote, and sign into either party. So you're getting your voter registration done. There's county, West Palm Beach County services. You could see here. Here we have a mascot. We have this turtle here, Florida window and door, and they are here. The little turtle here, that little dance here in front of the camera. If we walk this way, other vendors here. We have a Verizon booth right across. I don't know if you can see it real quick. This is like a sand sculpture, but with lights. Interactive. You see the movie playing around in the background, the video. But they have all this. It's presented by Xfinity cable folks. And here you see how it changed the colors because they have all these lights above it to make it change color to the sand. Pretty cool sand sculpture here with the background of TV. Here are the parade floats. They do a parade every day around the fairgrounds, and these are the parade floats here for the storm inside this building where they're not in use, so people could come by and walk and see them. Then this is the area I told you about where you can walk in. It's like a pirate themed area here to the left. And we're gonna go in. The first thing you see there's that lady on the right, all dressed in white, like in a gown. She's like a fortune teller there, and she's talking to some of the folks that are there. Part of the display, like actors, not actual fortune tellers. And then here you walk, you have all these themed areas here. Remember, the whole theming is pirates. A lot of candles and that one there. Here you see there's like a pirate inside this building talking to some of the folks in there. Then here you have like a little market, and I'll let you guys see. I'll be quiet here so you can hear the pirate talking as I walk around the merchant vendor.
All the food is fresh, except for the lemon. Walking through the marketplace. You see the peppers baby hot. Quite hot. Stolen just this morning, you see. And there's the fish. If you got coin, we can sell you the fish. Being a seasman like myself, I know the names of all the fish in the sea. That's Stephen, that's Mark. This wouldn't be a cod.
So here at the fair, they're also selling mattresses, as you can see there. And then here I'm going out of the next building over through this hallway. And on the other side, they have more vendors and more like county services booths, and some authors signing books. As we walk this way, we cross the little passageway. I had pictures of some of the young women who are like the queens and princesses of the fair. There's an FPL booth, Florida Power and Light. We have a big drawing in the background there of the pirate theming on the wall, big painting. We got hot tops, the carpetbagger. You haven't checked his channel? Check it out. He always goes to fairs. He's trying to go all 50 state fairs. He's only missing one, and all of them have hot tubs. And who actually buys hot tubs? Hot tubs in fairs? But they all have it, so I guess some people do. But yeah, he's always shows them in his videos. But there you see some hot tubs. Here's an Arthur. There's like a pirate signing his book. Excuse me. And then here we have more vendors on both sides. This one's selling impact windows there, and in the straight ahead we have like a comic book and artifact vendor, and to get closer we'll focus on it. And this is Ultra Con Comic Con vendor. Now here's like an ice skating ring inside this building now. The show doesn't start until 2:30. Right now it's like 1:50, so I didn't want to wait. I wanted to continue to go do the video of the outside and the rides, and also for the sister channel, Martin's Carnival channel. Check it out. That one is more in depth on each ride at the lot and throughout. Check that out too if you haven't. So here you come out of the building and you go under this canopy of flags, and then you have food vendors on both sides. You have other games. And we'll see here, we got a candy apple booth. We got another vendor. More hot tubs. Carpetbagger will be proud of this fair. And then you see elephant ears for sale. Now here you can go straight, or you can make a left here, where there's a lot more vendors. And then you see back there the Midway eye wheel and the Thunderbird swings. We'll go check them out in a little while. But this way, here you have like a soul tar from the movie Big, but it looks like a live person, folks. I think it was really a person wearing a great costume, a great actor.
Ahead, push the button. Arr, I'm the top. Avast ye, mate. Push the button and make your wish.
Yeah, I think it's an actor. I saw the previous one that I didn't record, and he was having like a conversation with the folks. Whatever they would say, he had a reply. So, great looking actor there. Here we have another building, a couple more buildings. This is the shopping building. A lot of vendors selling items, but I mean a lot. It's very crowded inside. Through the aisles, a lot of stuff. Clothes for sale, jewelry, pots and pans, honey, food, shoes, leather belts, hats, you name it, figurines, they have it in here for sale. A lot of aisles, a lot of building. I didn't film the whole thing because it would have been a 2-hour video here if I went down every aisle. So, and I don't want to make these videos no longer than 30 minutes because then they get too long. But a lot. Here's pots and pan vendor. Here they have a outdoor swing vendor for your outdoors in the backyard or your porch. Flower vendor. There's a gentleman wearing a kilt there. We have perfumes. This booth did not open on this side. Here we have some trinkets and hair accessories. And this vendor here. Now straight ahead here in this little house is the model railroad. So we're gonna go in and check it out. I checked it out in last year's video, but we're gonna go again. Palm Beach Model Railroad, and we're gonna go inside and check it out. But see, more vendors here outside. Some selling shirts and paintings. And the first thing you see in this little window first, it's like a cemetery model. And see, it's a whole cemetery model there. And then here you have a big elaborate display, a lot of trains, a lot of people. You see some of the workers inside that take care of this display. Over there's like a cement factory. Down here you see a lot of trains, like a train station. One of those trains, the one there at the end, that one that I'm focused, that's the Tri-Rail train. That is a Tri-County train that goes from Miami-Dade County all the way here to Palm Beach County, back and forth daily. Multiple times a day, so folks who work in different counties could get back and forth without driving. There's like a factory area, like a little city town, water tower there. See the trains in the background going up and down, moving back and forth. Here you see all these tracks, train station there. Here you see the flashing lights like a Florida Power and Light truck repairing a light pole there. Another train here going by, freight train. And then right across up there you see the mountains there, you have like a power plant. And then here we have a display of like a carnival. You see there's like 2 wheels. There's like a little roller coaster there, like a fun house in the front, a haunted house. And then look at, there's the fun house. And then look at there, like the parade route going around this track. There's a haunted house wait show sign up there. And then here you see like the floats going around. You see it moving there in the front, bottom, going around that track. That's a haunted house. And you see them there moving back like the band. There's their floats, and then on the left there's like a band going. You see the marching band in the front there going around. Pretty cool. There's a little booth there, like food booths. You have like a swing ride there, swinging a merry-go-round, and a second wheel right there. Pretty cool. I like it. The building there says South Florida Fair, but the actual building is outside these fairgrounds, like right next to it. You can see more of the parade and the little ski lift cars going up and down the wires there. Really cool. Here's like a plant, chemical plant here, refinery. Great display. A lot of work put into this. And you can see a construction site up there. The Goodyear blimp flying around, since the Goodyear blimps has in Pompano Beach, they have their hangar where they park the blimps. Here's like a fire scene. See the fire trucks. See like a shipyard there. One of the trains going by. Pretty cool. A lot of people were here, so you see me sometimes going back and cutting back and forth because there was a lot of people in front looking at it. Now here you have more leather belts, hats for sale. Some are 50% off. Here you got patches for your hats. They'll press them on. A lot of patches there. Little dog in the cart there. I don't know if you noticed it. You got some handbags here, more hats, more belts. Here is the cooking show. The guy's trying to sell these pots, but he's cooking food, and then he's giving it out to the folks. So he has an audience there of folks. There's about like 10, 15 people there watching his show there going on. This continues. Like I said, I'm going to go outside and go across the next building where they have an arcade. So let's go check out the arcade and see what they have, what games they have. That's huge arcade in front of these 2 tall skeletons. It is not Halloween anymore, but they still got the skeletons, part of their huge arcade display. That's today here is January. We're in the month of January. Here's the arcade entrance. We have a claw machine on the outside, a couple of them. Now this is not your regular arcade. I was thinking there's going to be a lot of video games, like Mario Brothers, Mortal Kombat, racing car games and stuff like that. But it's all mostly claw machines. A lot of claw machines. You have some ring toss games here. Ring toss the bottle. But the majority of the stuff, the games inside here, as you can see as I pan around, are all claw machines. They have different items in them that you can win. Not the same, but a lot of claw machines all throughout this building. It's like the claw machine headquarters here. As I walk outside back under the canopy, we walk toward the main area where the rides are, coming straight ahead. A little food area there. They got the restroom buildings. There you can see the Chance Giant Wheel in the background already. Here's one food vendor selling snow cones and ice cream. And it looks like an old-fashioned diner. The booth, the concession booth. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. Here we have AT&T. They have a booth set up here. You can play games with them, and you can win prizes. That building there is like information, and then bathrooms. Then some food concessions there we saw straight ahead, a candy apple. Here's one of the stages set up where they give shows daily. This little car here is selling Hot Wheels inside. They got some big cars here for sale. They're displayed by their dealership. And then you have the stage back there, which they're doing some presentation as I was passing by. You see that has the benches and stuff. And so here we have one of the Fast and the Furious cars from the movies. And it has, do not touch. And then you can see here in those signs that's from Fast and the Furious. Please do not touch. On the bottom, it gives you even a link for more information on the Fast and the Furious car. And also on the windshield, there's a placard put in there inside that says Fast and the Furious. So that's one here. That's in front of the stage here next to the Hot Wheels little car vendor, toy vendor. Across, we have a vendor selling a ton of different things, from clothes to backpacks. We have here pictures. They'll draw you funny style. Here we have airbrush shirts for $20. And as we walk this way, we have a slew of concession stands selling food. This one here was like, I believe it was tea, if I recall correctly. Oh, sorry, my mistake. This was the Croc vendor. And for the little toys, the little things you can snap on for the Crocs. So I was here for a while looking for a UM one. That's all they have for sports, but they did not. They were sold out. Here you have another pizza concession stand and chicken tenders. Here on this side, they got turkey legs, shish kebab, steaks. Oh, and on that vendor, look at the line there. That's the one I was saying about the tea. Big line there now. And then let's take a closer look here at some of the turkey legs. They're here for sale in this food booth. Here's some of the turkey legs ready to serve. And as you walk this way here on the grill, you see some of the steaks coming up here now. Right there, getting it all being cooked as we speak. And then here you got more turkey legs still on the grill there, cooking. And here you see the logs and the charcoal that they're using to cook. At the turkey leg, here we have a beer booth with tables and singers. Here you have more vendors selling stuff, different items. Here at the craft beer, we'll take a look at it. Here we have the Butcher Boys Italian sausage and bacon cheeseburgers, Charles broiled. They're very good food. They have very good food there. So they also gyros and the Butcher Boys, very good food. Here you'll see now there's a young lady singing inside the craft beer tent. Here you got another pretzel booth right here. And then here we'll focus in on the young lady with a beautiful voice singing right here. Now here we see some of the other food concessions. They have a steak there. We got funnel cakes and corn dogs on this side. Ices also. Here we see another diner ice cream like we saw on the other side. Mexican grill, and then there you see the Midway Eye Ferris wheel and the Thunderbird's towering swing all the way. This is not your regular tower swing. This is a really tall one, double the size of the vertical, which is the regular one you see usually at school carnivals and festivals. Here we got corn on the cob. Here we got the other snow cone and shake booth, just like the one we saw on the other side. There's two of them set up at this event. Another airbrush shirt booth, and then here you have Leon's Outfitters, and I forgot the middle Leon's Breakaway Outfitters. They have everything you can imagine in there: hats, belts, caps, shirts, everything, pants. They have everything there out there in the Outfitters. You see lemonade stand right there. Now I love this booth right there, the pretzel booth. It looks fantastic. Then here, go back a second, it's the chocolate strawberry from Dubai. Dubai chocolate strawberry is the concession booth name. And then here's the pretzel booth. This looks beautiful. This is a beautiful, they really put detail in making this booth. And then here we got candy. Get your basket of candy and go around getting classic candies that you don't see that much often anymore, and regular candies that you see still. And they sell it to you by the pound. Here we got an inflatable booth, toy vendor. Here we got a lemonade stand. There are a lot of lemonade stands throughout the fair. Here you got donut burgers, folks. A cheeseburger, a bacon cheeseburger, but instead of a bun, you get donuts on both ends. Never tried it. I don't know if I'll like. Here's some of the samples they have. I don't know. It'll be too sweet. I have to try it one day and check it out. If you guys have tried it out, put it in the comments and let me know. Here we got large corn dogs, giant corn dogs on this one booth. This is the giant corn dog booth, and they also sell lemonade. So here you see the giant Midway eye wheel here from Wood Entertainment, set up here next to the towering Thunderbird swing. Right here, these are the first two major rides when you come into the festival. And when you come out of the inside the, depending which direction you come out of from the buildings where we were looking at the vendors and shopping area, you could come either by the Chance Giant Wheel on the other side or on this side by these two rides. Some of the graphics on the Thunderbird. Now the wheel was an extra $7 fee to ride the Midway Eye. It was not included in the bracelet for the wristband for all the rides for $50 today. Riding on the rides was $35 on weekdays. All rides included, as many times you want, or $50 on the weekends. Here's a stage with a drummer who is performing now at this stage, next to across from the wheel, next to the Thunderbird. And here's some of the other people performing later on throughout the day. Here we got a photo booth, folks. Take your classic photo booth. Here we have more food vendors. You got a fudge vendor right here. You got a Mexican grill selling tacos and quesadillas. We also have funnel cakes there. We have another lemonade stand, a giant lemonade stand right here. A lot of lemonade at this fair, folks. And then here we have Wisconsin cheese, folks. You get all types of mozzarella and different types of cheese here. Wisconsin cheese booth. You got a pretzel booth. And then here we have another booth selling burgers, fries, hot dogs, corn dogs. As we walk this way, we have another lemonade stand, a smaller version. And you can go this way with a whole row of food vendors and game booths toward the back, toward the Anna Moore Agricultural area. Lemonade booth there again. As we walk this way, we have a water gun game right here. Looking for players, folks. Across we have a toy vendor, a balloon vendor right here. And then right in front of us we have the two-story carousel. But let's take another glimpse here of the water gun game. And as you can see there, behind those two palm trees is the two-story water gun game, folks. Here from Wade Shows. This is a Wade Shows event. You see one of the slides right there, the dragster slide, right behind the wheel. Oh, sorry, behind the carousel. The double carousel. Beautiful, beautiful work of art. Here's the marquee of the carnival entering the Midway. It says greatest carnival on the planet, which is Wade Shows. We have little Wade Show flags on top of the marquee. And right behind it, folks, you see the giant Kraken ride from Iconic Rides. Second year here at the event. And then also here on the marquee, you see all these plants that are surrounding the columns to make it more aesthetically beautiful. But here you see the Kraken in action working here. Great looking ride, very tall. Very tall. I don't think I can handle this ride. So here we have the key monster trucks here, the crush cars. You can see in the bottom the green and purplish car there being squashed by the monster trucks here at the fair. Here we have the teacups, large teacups, not your regular small ones you see at church carnivals. These are larger ones. You see a slide there in the background. Here we have the lighthouse dive, little drop tower for little kids. To the monster truck that we saw a little bit earlier. We got flashing lights there to illuminate. Here we have cold beer at the beer bar here. These are set up throughout the fairgrounds. And here we have another lemonade stand. Over there, look at that pirate ship. We're going to do some shows back there. Here we're walking into these like barn style looking building there on the right, and then this big tent one here on the left. Here we got corn dogs, folks, and Korean corn dogs, regular corn dogs, fresh squeezed lemonade. Look at these Fruit Loops and Fruity Pebbles on the corn dog. And then we have all these ribbon fries here. But we're gonna go into these two buildings to see some of the horticultural items. And there's a T-Mobile pink tent there. There's T-Mobile. We got a big, large tractor in front of this tent. Very large. And then as we go, look at it here. We have some turkeys. Or at least they look like turkeys. And this is like an aviary tent. You got pigeons, you got birds, you got different types of birds I've never seen in my life, folks. Look at that one, how the fur it has. We got some chickens, we got roosters. Different type of roosters here in this building. As you can see, as I pan here on the right, you'll see different from different shades to a lot of hair, very bright red tops, heads, but beautiful chickens here in rooster. Look at this rooster. So we got some chickens and another aviary. I can't even speak today. Birds here. Here we have another John Deere tractor outside, and then once we walk this way we have the petting zoo. So here they have a petting zoo where you can come and do pet the animals. Here you got this one's like learn how to milk a cow there in that truck there, that trailer. And here is the petting zoo. You see there like a llama there. You get that little pony rides over here. Pony rides are $10 additional. Now we go this way. There's like some old homes that have been like moved here, and there's also an ice cream concession stand there and lemonade. But they have these old homes you can walk through and see the inside. The first one was about telephones when they came here to Florida, and here is another house you can go in. This was from 1925, and the way it looked. You could do little tours of the houses. And we have several more here in the background. I just did a quick glimpse of this area and went back into the animal section. Expansive grounds here at the South Florida Fair. And there's still a week to go from when this video airs this Sunday. It ends next Sunday. So everybody still has a week to go if you're down here in South Florida, Central Florida, and can get out to the fair here in West Palm Beach. Here in this building, they're selling fruits and vegetables at a very low prices. I believe they were all grown by contestants and stuff. So. Walk around. This was pirate themed booth. And as we walk this way, we see some rocking chairs here. Very comfy looking rocking chairs. We have another vendor here with some plants. Right here, and then across we have sauces at Saucy's. It has sauces. And then over here we have another vendor selling other pineapple and creams and stuff. Here we have a backhoe tractor, mini version. We got some golf carts, some different vendors, the tractors and the golf carts for sale. We have an excavator, a mini excavator. As we walk toward these two buildings, this is where the big animals are kept. So we're gonna go check it out. So here, folks, now we're in the cattle building, and here we see some cows. Here, this one's eating its food. This gentleman is petting the cow. We have another one down here, laying down. This is also bulls in here. So we got cows and bulls in this whole building here. This one's eating also its food. That's a quick glimpse. There's still much to see, folks. Now this is the building next to it. Here's where they judge the cattle when they bring them over and there's a contest, which was the best looking, best weight. So here is there's some stands all the way around for people to watch, and the judges here, the cows or bulls come and walk around this area here, and then they judge them. The judges judge them. See, over there they are, the judges on the little where the American flag is, and then the animals are at the bottom. Here is now back to the Midway. Here is the puppy roll, and look at this, the Key West Hotel, folks. A 2-story fun house with a spiral slide coming down at the Key West Hotel here in the Kittyland area of the fair. Here is the Mario Kart ride, like a mini Raiders. Now, I'm only showing a small sample of the rides. If you want to see more in depth on the rides, check out the sister channel here of Martin Adventures, which is Martin's Carnival channel. And then you can see a lot more in depth. I go and walk around the whole entire Midway area and go ride by ride by ride. So here is more just, walk through of everything. Sample here's the elephants, the bees. It's a quick glimpse of the rides, and not even all the rides in this channel. If you want to see all the rides, check out the sister channel, like I said, Martin's Carnival channel, and I'll leave the link below to the channel in the description. Well, thank you. If you see the channel, please subscribe to it. Here is the Everglades Adventure. Welcome to the Swamp Go Gator ride here, and the Everglades are in Florida. It's called the Everglades, so it's very good naming. Here's the Up and Away balloons. Here is Stromboli pizza and pretzels and this Italian booth concession stand. And when we look right behind it, we have 2 big concession stands. We have the turkey leg booth right over here, and right next to it, we have the Korean corn dog booth. These 2 booths are right next to each other here at this intersection here of the Midway. Here we have nachos and corn dogs at this booth, and soda in front of the Sea Ray. And what better in a pirate theming event than having the pirate ship here, the Sea Ray. You also take a glimpse there on the left of the zipper. Super thrill ride zipper. And here is the Sea Ray in action, getting momentum. So we'll take a walk toward this area here, and the first thing we see, we have a couple of game booths here coming up. Getting closer look. The first one is a basketball hoops game, and then followed by a throw the ball and knock down the chugs in the back. Here we have the Extreme from Wade Show, starting its loading cycle. Passengers are coming in. The Extreme. And next to it is the Techno Power, folks, from Wood Entertainment. Now, if you saw my Christmas Wonderland video back in December, the Techno Power was over there in Miami, Florida. The same one from Wood Entertainment was also set up in Miami. Here we have the Typhoon Screen Machine, fast-moving Himalaya style ride. Very colorful backdrop. And here we have the New York Funhouse. A lot of things to do, a lot of slides, barrels, rollers. Here at the New York, followed by the Friendly Wheel from Wade Show. So if you don't want to ride the super big wheel or the medium wheel, you could ride this one. Here we have the haunted, folks. The haunted house. At the corner, you see a roller coaster, the Mighty Mouse. But here is the haunted house from Wood Entertainment. Long line to get in. Here we have the Magnum. This one was also set up in Miami, Florida at Christmas Wonderland. Part of Wood Entertainment's flock of rides. Very massive ride. Very intense ride also. The Magnum. Continue walking this way. And after the Magnum, we see the new ride this year that debuted here at the South Florida Fair. The Crazy Dance from Rockwell Amusement. And look at the graphics in the back, the disco ball there, this beautiful heart here in the front. There's an LED screen right smack in the middle. This is new, I've never seen this before. It is like paint gun, but this one's called the Jelly Ball Gun game. And you pay, I think it was $10 to get in. And back there you'll see you have like a paintball fight, but with jelly balls. Here's a 2-story water race fun, folks. The operator's on the 2nd floor there. And once you sit down and pay, your picture comes out on the big screens on the top. Next to it here, we have a hoops basketball game right there. You see the hurricane on that side. And then following that, we have the next set of games. Here we have Break the Bottle, folks. Get the ball, try to knock down the bottle and break it, you win a prize. We also have here the Shooting Gallery, Machine Gun Alley. And over here we have a mini basketball game. A lot of games here at the fair. Here we have another game here. And another over here. This one has knocked down the chugs. Here we have a food concession stand. Now this is the 250th anniversary of our great country. So this year a lot of the state fairs and county fairs are going to have banners like this, United States of America 250th anniversary. And Wade shows at the Florida State Fair next month will have the 250th anniversary wheel set up. Brand new that they just got. Here we have more game booths. We see the Chance Giant wheel there coming up. Food Boost Pizza on the right side. And here's where you get your tickets, your credits, or your wristband for the fair to ride the rides. Come here, make this giant queue line. And then here we have the the Hillbilly Village. This one's called Hillbilly Village Funhouse. And then across we have a restroom building. Restroom inside this trailer. We got a game booth right here. Here we have the Music Express hang 10 type ride in action and operation. A little bit intense. It goes up and down and your car's tilt out. The ride gets momentum. The Music Express. Here we have a big game here, big prices for this game. Another game on this side. This one's another Break the Bottle. Here you need to knock down those 3 chugs to win a prize. Water gun game right here, folks. 2-sided. See the zero gravity back there in operation. Here's one of my favorite games, the skee ball. You don't see a lot of these, but here they have it, the skee ball. You see this probably more in arcades. Here are jumbo ducks. You see the little ducklings always around? But these are some big ducks going around. The little pond here around, and this is 1 duck for $5 or 5 ducks for $10. You try to win a prize. It also shows you the correct way to throw the ring to win a prize. Here we got the Super Himalaya, folks. Here from Wade Shows. As you see it speeding on the track, up and down, up and down. The Super Himalaya. Beautiful ride. Here we have a couple more games. Here we have the shoot out the star game, folks. So you have the little paper in the background, and you shoot the pellets at the paper and try to shoot out the star to win a prize. Here we have another hoops basketball game. Hoops. And we have a balloon pop game right after that. Now here we have the Mega Drop, the big drop tower. There's two of them usually, the Super Shot and the Mega Drop. This is the bigger one, the bigger version here from Wade Shows. Here is a game where you put the coins in or $1 and the boxing ball comes down. You have to punch it. Here is the wave swinger in action. Beautiful rides here with the backdrop of the 4 palm trees. Beautiful wave swinger here. One of my favorite rides. And here's the marquee we saw earlier from the greatest carnival on the planet. Here we see a funnel cake candy apple booth. The Chance Giant Wheel right there. We see a couple more booths back there of food down that alley there. Here we have some chicken tenders back there. We got pizza. We got the sky ride on the top. We got another lemonade stand. And we have a water gun game there. Here is the Midway Eye that we saw earlier. This is the additional $7 to ride. Folks, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Here are some bonus picks. Subscribe to our channel here if you haven't done so. And once you subscribe, you could click the little bell, and then it'll tell you every time a new video comes out. Feel free to leave comments on anything you would like to see. This channel does not just do fairs, it does sporting events and other things throughout the city, and also some of my travels. And remember to like, share, subscribe. Check the other channel too, Martin's Carnival channel. If you like carnival rides and fairs, that one's all about that. And even on particular specific rides sometimes. On Mondays, usually it's one ride, and we do a whole video on it. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to both channels. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave any comments. And like always, thank you for watching, folks. Look at this pretzel. Beautiful, beautiful concession stand. And icy's there too. Thank you again, folks. Really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one. See you soon.